Hello, all of you, my dear friends, and this is such a special spotlight because I am featuring my movie reaction for the Marvels. But before I go any further, my name is JC Crisologo, and welcome to my show. And so the Marvels, I saw it during opening night, hence the Captain Marvel costume. And the movie was an epic sci-fi fantasy superhero movie. And it was directed by Nia DaCosta. It was produced by Disney through Marvel Studios, through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it stars Brie Larson, Imani Vellani, Teyona Paris, Lashana Lynch, and who else is there? And special appearance by Park Seo-joon from Korea. And Zhao Ashton plays the villain Darben. So, in terms of the action-packed superhero adventure that we are looking for, so it's definitely there, and it all jumped to one scene from another, and it was really extremely fast-paced, at the edge of your seat type of a movie. And then also the chemistry between Brie Larson, Teyona Paris, and Imani Vellani was there. And by the way, I really, really, really loved the parents of Miss Marvel, or the Pakistani family of Miss Marvel. And once again, if you want to see this Miss Marvel, I hope that you're going to see, or if you haven't seen it yet, WandaVision, Miss Marvel, because in my last spotlight, I wrongfully mentioned that the Marvels takes off where Captain Marvel ends. No, I was wrong. I actually wanted to say it starts off where the series Miss Marvel ends, and a little bit of spoilers alert. At the end of Miss Marvel's, I don't know what happened, but all their powers, the powers of Miss Marvel, the powers of Captain Marvel, and Monica Rambeau, aka Photon, they all switched. And this is the reason why whenever one superhero would use their power, it would end up that the other superhero would be using it, and it would end up that the other superhero would end up using the other superhero's power. So there was this whole jumping around switcheroo going on. And I guess for some people who are not used to that, some people were saying that it's badly edited, but I think not. I think it's what a comic book movie should be. I'm sorry about that. I'm dealing with a little bit of a throat infection, but I guarantee you that it's not COVID. So you're not gonna get any COVID from me just by watching me on TV. So this movie is pretty action-packed and epic fantasy, and I just love the flow of the story. It goes from one scene to the other at breakneck speed, and also what am I trying to say here? Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury did a phenomenal job as well, keeping all the ladies together. And I'm gonna borrow something that one Facebook commenter said. This is actually the space version, the space fantasy sci-fi version of Charlie's Angels. Yes, and that is what it is. And so just to let you know that so there's the end scene, which is very important, and then there is a mid-credit scene. So as the credit starts to roll, it stops and then shows a scene, and then after that the formal credits. Now, you don't need to stay all the way until the end of the movie because there's nothing there and it's a complete waste of time. But there is a mid-credit scene. I'm not saying that it's like a mind-blowing and altering scene, but it definitely is very vital and important for us Marvel fans. And I want you to go out there and see this film. I know that there has been so many negative things out there said about this movie, and I think that you shouldn't listen to the naysayers and all the negativity and all the hate that they give out there about this movie. Go out and see it yourself and enjoy it, because you know what? A lot of people were surprised that they even liked it. Go in there without any expectations. This is my personal reaction, and it could be that your reaction will be different than mine, but I actually loved it better than Thor Love and Thunder, and a lot of you Marvel fans are going to crucify me for saying this. But I liked it even more than Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. Don't kill me. I know that you guys will hate me for saying that, because a lot of you say, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy was the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie ever, and we cried and blah, blah, blah. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy was a very sad movie in the end, but to me, it really wasn't all that it was supposed to, cut out to be. I can't even talk anymore, but I like this better than that, Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked it better than Thor, Love and Thunder. And do I think that Ant-Man Quantumania is a bad movie? No, I do not think that Ant-Man and Quantumania is a bad movie. I actually loved it. And so I think that Ant-Man Quantumania and The Marvels is a spectacular sci-fi movie. It reminded me of the days when I was younger. I'm still young. But like younger, when I used to go to the movie theater during high school, and I used to watch all those nice sci-fi fantasy films. It just harkened back to those days, and I truly loved it. I loved it. I relished every moment. And don't go away, because when I will be back I'm gonna be back with who was my favorite character in this film. So please don't go away. And for those of you who say that I haven't greeted you, I'm gonna greet you on the second segment. So don't go away. I will be right back.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Now on digital and DVD.
Hit it.
Space Wars Quest for the Deep Star is an epic sci-fi adventure.
Do what needs to be done.
An edge-of-your-seat wild ride.
We have company.
Tons of popcorn-munching fun. 5 stars. A love letter to the sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s. With plenty of action and fun for all. You need it. You really do.
The captain just decided it's time to go.
I am ready for a sequel. Experience a bold new adventure. Space a Deep Star.
A good old-fashioned adventure.
Now on digital and DVD.
Hello everyone, this is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. I want to thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Our Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Welcome back to the last segment of my special feature here on Spotlight, and we are featuring the Marvels, and I am JC Crisologo. And before I go any further, I'd like to give a shout out to Rafael Aldeguer Garcia, who's been asking me relentlessly, how did you like the movie? How did you like the movie? Well, you have to see this in order for you to know how I like this movie. And also, my other cousin, Rafi Nieto, hello. I know that you have strong feelings about this film because you said that it's a parody. And also, Eva Marie Malyari. See, I shouted out your name, and I love you, my dearest soy sauce queen. And your cat, Sophia Meatballs, and Poppy, Tina Lee, Ochoa, and the friend Ellen, and the smart girl, Athena, Jonathan Aklan, and to all of you out there who are watching this show, thank you so much for watching. And so, like I said, this movie is an action-packed sci-fi fantasy superhero adventure. Love the action scenes, and I actually love the villain. Darben was her name. My only critique about the villain is that they should have made her look just a little bit more otherworldly in her makeup, or probably, I don't know, put some horns or something. Make her look otherworldly and alien-like. That was my only critique. And I told you that in this last segment that my favorite character is going to be revealed. And no, my favorite character is not the cat. And although I love the cat, Goose, and Goose is actually not a cat. He looks like a cat, but he's actually not a cat because all these tentacles come out of his mouth. He is actually a flurkin. That's what they call this type of an alien that looks exactly like a cat. It's an outer space cat. Flurkin. And there's a scene in this movie about Goose and his fellow kitty paws. That's very charming. I'm not gonna say anything. I want you to see it. And also, there's a musical scene in this movie, a little bit of spoilers alert. There's a planet that they went to that their type of language is singing. They all sang, every single alien in that planet would sing a song in order to communicate to the other person. I thought it was genius. It became like a Bollywood song and dance. Loved it, loved it. And now, the great reveal. My favorite character in this movie is Miss Marvel. Yes, the young Miss Marvel, played by Iman Vellani. She was truly awesome, amazing, and spectacular in this movie. I mean, her character showed how much she was a fangirl of Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel was her idol, and she played it really, really well. She was star-struck the whole time, and then until she learned later on that she needed to step up to the plate and use her superpowers to be, amongst the big league with Photon and Captain Marvel herself. So that is the great reveal. I thought she was charming and she had a lot of charisma, and she was very cute in most of the scene. Very cute, like a very young, naive girl who was very star-struck and kind of always, screaming and fangirling, and I just loved it. She played it really well, and I think what made her give this tour de force performance is that she really does love the Marvel universe. And so there you have it, my favorite peeps, and that was my review of the Marvels. And go out there and watch it. Rafael Aldeguer Garcia, please go out there and watch it. Don't just listen to what other people say. Go and buy your ticket and go to an IMAX theater. This movie was especially made for IMAX, so you gotta see it in the IMAX experience. Oh, by the way, before I leave you, I didn't realize that this movie was actually shown on the Sphere for one night here in Las Vegas. Now, why didn't I know about that? It was crazy. So it was like a special event at the Sphere. And now, before I leave you guys, I'd like to change my tagline a bit. And for those of you who are seeking opportunity or auditioning as an actor, singer, or whatever, athlete, or whatever it is that you want to be out there, the answer no is not supposed to discourage you, but to give you leverage, to think of it as an opportunity to make yourself better in what you are doing. And perhaps the next time you go to an audition or anything that you want, it's gonna happen. You're gonna make it happen. See you next time. I love you guys. Chowder.